Is the protest over?
The protest is over. Oil is allowed to go now.
4-day weekend. We got to get retrained. That's just what happens all the time here. Anyway, so run out there. This one woman, she's kind of. It would have been probably better if you waited till you were in the middle of the court and then just made a huge mess. She just sort of just made her mess just like she like 2 steps into the court. It wasn't that it wasn't great. They got booed pretty good. Nobody cares.
Oh, I bet they did. Yeah.
And then I felt bad about this. Every time you see somebody running a 10K, first thing you think is, why? Why would you do this to yourself? Why? You're running past cars. You could just get in one. You don't have to do this. There's a bicyclist right there. There's a motorcycle. You're actually running behind a motorcycle, during the race, and during the Peachtree Road Race, Sinberi Teferi, an Ethiopian runner, won that thing last year, and boy, she was looking good to win it again this year. She was in front. She had a nice lead, and she was running and getting close to that line, and there's people behind her. And everybody, all right, here we go. This is great. We're going to make it. And the motorcycle that was in front, I guess, just thought, well, I better get off the road here, and turned right. And so did she.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
And so the people behind her looked up and were like, the finish line is that way. I'm going to keep going. And she was just like in the zone following this motor. Now, the motorcycle was not supposed to just dramatically do that. It just, for whatever reason, decided to do it. So it wasn't her fault. But by the time she realized it, she was in 3rd place.
See, that's what I keep saying. These guys that go out and run all the time, there's something wrong. And then, like you said, Jeffco, she gets locked on her target there.
Yeah, she's kind of in the zone 10K later, and she's just like, I got to go 1 foot after the other. I'm going to win again. I'm going to do this. I'm going to lead. I can do this. I guess we're turning here. All right, that's fine. Oh, crap. What just happened? He stopped. Why are you stopping? And they're like in some alleyway.
That's the pace cycle. You can't just leave.
Yeah.
Why would you even think to do that?
So the race people said, yeah, we screwed up. Sorry about that. And we're very sad about this, but yeah. So, that is what they call in the betting world a bad beat. Can you imagine
the worst beat potentially?
Can you bet on 10Ks? I don't think there's probably a place to do that, right?
I can't imagine that there is, but also I am learning that you can bet on just about everything.
I mean, like on your phone,
Sure.
You might make a bet with the guy standing next to you, but you'd be standing there like, oh yeah, she won last year. It was a good bet to get her to win this year. And then if there was like some sort of broken nose fella telling the guy on the bike, turn right. And then that's how this whole thing went down. Could be.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah.
So that happened, and then other 4th of July stuff happened. I thought it was funny, but I guess other people didn't. There's this Subway in Georgia, selling the subs there, and they had a sign out front that said, "Our subs don't implode."
Yeah, you knew it was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. Yeah.
Although corporate headquarters was not happy.
I can't imagine why.
I don't know why anybody in Georgia cares. Like, none of their loved ones were on that sub, and it's just lighthearted. It was funny, just, I don't know. If that was my business, I wouldn't care. I don't know. Does anybody care about that? Oh my God.
Well, it's a bit insensitive, but still funny as hell.
Just saying. So they had to remove it. So, but still, I thought it was funny. There's no such thing.
I can see how, because the thing is, no one is going to think, oh, that's the local Subway franchise. They're just going to see Subway. And I can see how Subway would like to be seen as a sensitive corporation, because most corporations want to be seen like they care. They don't, but they want to be seen that way.
This is why I can never be a part of a corporation. I just can't do it. And then we had like some just fire from the president of the Hot Dog Council.
The president of the Hot Dog Council.
Yeah, you learned a lot of things in that sentence just there. One, there is a hot dog council.
Yes.
2, it needs a president.
Apparently.
So the president of the Hot Dog Council started some crap, okay? And he came out and said, listen, people, hey, my name is Eric Mittenthal, whatever. Nobody cares. And he says,
Menthol. Menthol?
Menthol. And he says, listen, I got news for you people. Nobody, and I mean nobody, over the age of 18 should be putting ketchup on a hot dog.
Berg.
The hell's wrong with this guy? The bleep do you care what's on somebody's wiener? Let me rephrase that. What do you care what's on a hot dog?
Yeah, good choice.
He says, if you can vote, it's time for your taste buds to vote for a hot dog without ketchup. The sweetness is just not the ideal match, he says. You should have mustard, onions, and sauerkraut.
Sounds like a brat to me.
None of your effing business what I put on the hot dog. I like ketchup on my hot dog. I like some relish on my hot dog. I do what I want with my hot dog. None of your damn business.
Yeah.
And back in 2021, he said, the same story. He says, yeah, any hot dog is delicious, except for ones with ketchup. This guy needs to be recalled. He needs to be impeached.
I wonder
he
if
needs to be
there's
censured.
some sort of a hot dog Congress.
I should be the president of the Hot Dog Council.
You should be.
And listen, this whole thing, this guy's an idiot, and everybody disagrees. There's a poll, and, people said, yeah, no, this guy's, well, he didn't say he's an idiot, but they would if he'd been put on there. But they like, hey, what's better on a hot dog? Everybody's like, well, ketchup and mustard. What's the problem here? Why is there a debate about this? And by the way, there's a poll that asked if a hot dog sandwich, 41% of Americans said yes. So what we've learned here is it is time for another civil war.
Arm up, citizens.
Yep, this is the one. This is the cause that will that'll get me to join right there. Stupid. It's not a sandwich. Shut up. Anyway, and by the way, my wife was very excited to be proven correct about something. And what it was is Heinz came out and said, hey, people are wondering if you're supposed to refrigerate your ketchup. Yes, you are. Put it in the fridge. Discussion over.
Thank you.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, she always put it in there. I didn't think we ever needed to, but it didn't hurt it to be in there. Ooh, look, she just brought me a delicious shake. She did kind of plop it down hard, so I wonder if she's offended by what I said. She kind of went on the counter here.
I heard that.
But you were giving a compliment, though.
I was giving a compliment. They agree. You're not mad, are you?
Crickets.
Okay, she's fine. She's fine.
Okay.
She's fine. She kind of put that thing down a little bit hard there. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so you should probably put the ketchup in the fridge. They say, but not the packets. Packets are fine.
Which makes sense. They've never been opened, and
right, they're sealed.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then one final thing before we get to real sports stuff. Stop sending me pickleball crap in my Twitter inbox. Stop it. I don't care. I will never be convinced that pickleball is any kind of a sport that desires or needs any sort of attention. Don't become the same sort of disdain that I have for soccer. You're just getting on my goddamn nerves with this stuff.
So
send me stuff, hefty lefty.
You realize what you've just done.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have
said
that.
Well, probably should not have even said anything about it.
But it's got multiple steps to it. See, because here's what it is. Then the people who want to troll you the most are going to send you pickleball stuff to your DMs.
Yeah.
And then you just block them. See? And now you know who to block.
I already block people I don't like. So,
I mean, yeah, but now they're telling you specifically, I'm the kind of person who sends you pickleball things in your DMs. Block me, please.
That's a good idea.
And you should take them up on that offer, personally.
So now there's more reason, if you are seriously trying to talk me into liking pickleball, for me not to like pickleball, because they did some studies, and it turns out pickleball players are making healthcare in the United States worse.
Oh boy.
I'm not even kidding. And I guess what happened is shares of big health insurance companies fell after United Health Group warned, hey, healthcare utilization rates are all up all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on. And what they mean is more people are going to the emergency room or going to the doctor with injuries and problems. And they're like, whoa, this is weird. This is higher than expected hip replacements, higher than expected knee surgeries and other things. And so they checked into it, and the connecting thing, pickleball injuries. All these old sons of bitches out there. I'm an athlete. Ow! Oh, no, you're not an athlete, and it's not a sport. And you should be ashamed of yourself. Now you're driving the cost of healthcare up.
Don't you think at some point that the ankle replacement, the knee replacement, the hip replacement, that was going to happen eventually? Playing the pickleball just sped the process up, right?
But not all at once.
I say congratulations, pickleball.
All these blue hair is running out there, and
you have accomplished what you have accomplished the inevitable.
You've bottlenecked healthcare because they're saying there's between $250 and $500 million in costs that are actually attributable to pickleball injuries.
You're talking about cost here?
Yeah.
So you're talking about the insurance companies then?
And then who do they pass that on to? Us, by hiking up our rates.
I mean, I don't want to get into this debate about healthcare costs and insurance companies.
150% jump.
Who are just the fatted calf of the country.
All they're going to do is raise our rates. It's not like they're going to eat these costs. So people like Boomer Sooner and everybody else playing pickleball, you're messing with our life and our retirement and stuff.
If I had health insurance, I'd be upset.
If only you had it, right, Keon? Boy, would you be pissed right now.
I would be ticked off.
Yeah, well, people will be ahead of you at the emergency room because they have to take you, whether you have health insurance or not. Something's going to happen to you, and you're going to have some dude with a pickleball racket lodged in his head or something. I don't know.
No, I don't think that.
I don't know how those injuries are happening.
I don't think that happens.
Because when you watch the pickleball, it looks like the easiest thing you can do without being asleep. And then yet people are getting hurt doing it. Why? Because they're old.
Because I thought that was one of the upsides of pickleball was, hey, at least you're not going to get seriously injured playing it. It just seems counterintuitive if you get hurt playing a sport you're not supposed to get hurt playing.
And see, here's the thing. Keon, would you like some health insurance?
Yeah.
You would need to be able to afford the health insurance, right?
I would.
Because of pickleball players, you are now less likely to be able to afford it because the rates are going to go up because these idiots are running around getting hurt thinking they're John McEnroe when they're not.
Delightful.
Yeah. Well, that wraps it up for all the stuff that's not really sports. Does anybody have anything else to add?
No,
that's about it. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Perfect time for a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Suns. We're going to talk about the Diamondbacks. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. It's been 4 days. Lots has happened for the Suns. Good things have happened for the Diamondbacks. Let's see if we can keep that going. We'll talk about all that and some more. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Juice Reel, the betting intelligence tool that's making better bettors. Open the App Store and get your hands on Juice Reel. Start betting smarter. Juice, R-E-E-L. Juice Reel. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Major League Baseball tonight, the Arizona Diamondbacks are home in Phoenix as they take on the New York Mets. The Mets have won 3 in a row. The Diamondbacks sending Tommy Henry to the mound, while Kodai Senga will counter for the Mets. Arizona plus a 1.5 on the run line, minus 182, while the Mets are plus 150, minus that 1.5. New York minus 102 on the money line. Arizona minus 116 with an over-under of 9.5. The under minus 115 and the over minus 105. Arizona leading the NL West by 2.5 games over the Dodgers. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
The 4th of July is an important holiday for all Americans. Hi, this is Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. For some husbands, however, in troubled marriages, holidays are marked more by hardship than harmony. If you're such a guy and considering divorce, know all your options, including alternatives to divorce. We advise, we advocate, and when necessary, we litigate.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Phoenix area attorneys. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Paid for by Cordell & Cordell.
It's the middle of summer when your AC stops working and your safe haven becomes unforgiving terrain.
Why must get to water, honey? Call someone to fix our AC unit.
I did, and they're already here.
How long was they out?
Summers in Arizona are brutal. That's why thousands of Arizonans depend on Desert Diamond Air. From 24/7 emergency service to diagnostic checkups to full replacement, Desert Diamond specializes in both residential and commercial HVAC systems with competitive pricing and experience to service and repair all major AC brands. And with federal tax credits up to $2,000, it's a great time to replace your AC system. Go to desertdiamondair.com or call 602-362-4599. That's 602-362-4599. Or search Desert Diamond Air on your mobile phone today.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
There's a right way and a wrong way to fight off mosquitoes. Karate chopping the air in a public place in front of your kids and their friends, Mom, is the wrong way. Using STEM mosquito repellent is the right way. STEM effectively repels mosquitoes by harnessing active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and peppermint, making it safe for use as directed around people and pets. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science, and embarrassment-free.
This isn't a game of touch in the backyard.
I tore his ass up.
This isn't tossing around the ball with your friends. And it sure as hell isn't flag football.
This is the NFL. Hard-hitting, pad-smacking, body-busting football.
We've got all the primetime games in one place.
On your home for the NFL, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Today's Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. You know, Randy, they have a nickname for the pickleball players.
Oh, no kidding.
It's not a-holes. That's really what I thought it would be. Turns out it's picklers. They call them picklers. I'm going to stick with a-holes. I don't know if that's all right, but I'm going to do that. So let's go to the text line, 888-368-1580. And somebody asked if I would bet on pickleball. It's a new texter on the text line, 0550. If you're a listener, what you ought to do is get yourself a texter nickname. Randy has a variety of them that you can choose from, or you tell us a little bit about yourself. We could help you out with it, or just, pick one. Would I bet on pickleball? No. I would not watch pickleball. I don't know who your best players are in pickleball. I don't know anything about that. I just assume not. Blissful Hayes says competitive eating is such a great sport. Let me stop you right there.
Yeah.
It is not a sport.
Not a sport. Yeah.
We have determined that long ago. It's just sort of, silly. And all right, fine. It's fun. Old Joey Chestnut wants to scarf down 89
62
hot dogs or
62. 62.
Is that what he did this time?
62. Yeah.
Are you just guessing, or is that it?
No, that's accurate. 62.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you who loves competitive eating contests. Homeless people who are starving. They love that stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, Blissful Hayes says, well, today we honor Joey Chestnut, the most dominant athlete of all time.
No,
none of his competitors are even close to his talent or skill level.
Not an athlete.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not like a skill you should be proud of, be honest.
No.
You know, gluttony. I don't think that's probably,
You pound down 62 hot dogs in 6 minutes. That's not a sport, and that does not make you an athlete.
Dick Whiskers has a theory on the cocaine that was found in the White House. For what I understand, I think Hunter Biden is actually still in rehab, so probably not his. But maybe he does have holes in his pockets, Dick Whiskers. I don't know. Big George is on the text line, and I don't know what he's. He's in a nice picture. Oh, there he is with the bear and George and his lovely wife right there. Thank you for sending that. He says, I would like to formally apologize to the Diamondbacks for their loss yesterday. I went to the game yesterday to take Luke to his first Diamondbacks game, and the Diamondbacks lost 7-4. It's been 7 years since I last saw them in person, so I think I might be the bad luck charm. Stupid Mets.
Now, George, come on. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault, Big George.
Yeah, it was the baby's fault.
No, it wasn't Luke's fault either.
It was absolutely the baby's fault.
No, it was not. No,
babies are horrible. They ruin everything.
So my son was in attendance along with my grandchildren and my son and his wife.
He's not a baby.
Well, it was not their fault either. It was the Diamondbacks.
Let me tell you why it was the baby's fault. Can I tell you why?
Okay.
So in this picture, you can't see. Here's Big George with his giant Diamondback shirt. Which, by the way, what's the size on that bad boy? I just got to know. I'm curious. And then the wife, she's got a Diamondbacks hat. You know, the one with the fangs on the ball.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah.
Baby's not wearing anything but a striped shirt.
Huh. A onesie?
Baby, yeah.
One of those onesies?
That what those things are called? I wish I could wear one now. I would walk around the house in a onesie.
Oh, I got a snap crotch.
Yeah. How
You'd walk
convenient
around
to snap crotch.
Well, that's
which,
true,
by the way,
I
I think is a great texture nickname if anybody wants it.
Snap crotch?
Snap crotch.
I thought I had it in there.
Why aren't you writing that down?
I thought I had it in there.
So, no, I blame the baby, George. Don't blame yourself. You blame that baby. King Kenton says, I just had a hot dog with mustard, relish, and Arby's sauce. Arby's sauce. That is interesting.
It could work.
Snap crotch.
Still on Snapcrotch, huh? All right. King Kitten says, good afternoon, guys. Let's make this a best of the blender. We don't do that. we as you know, if we're not on, we go to network because we don't have enough good stuff to make a best of show. We just don't have it.
Yeah, Snap Crotch is already on there. It's right after Wick and Coven Book Club and right before Foot Nipple. It says Snap Crotch. There it is right there. Yeah.
All right. Wow. Okay, my apologies.
I told you, we already had it on. The Butt Guster is on there. Monkey Puncher, Locker Box, Foot Nipple, Snap Crotch. There it is.
All right. I stand corrected. Well done, Randy.
Thank you.
King Kenton says, I shot a firework. It flew across the street and slammed in my neighbor's garage door and bounced back into their front yard. Did they see it happen? Because if they didn't see it happen, it didn't happen. Because can I just tell you, I mean, you can't even toilet papers anybody's house anymore because those damn Ring doorbells. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's so many cameras everywhere. It's like, what is this, England? All of a sudden, we had to worry about that kind of nonsense.
But they're all our cameras. They're not like, it's not a government thing. It's just we all decided we wanted cameras.
Yeah, still, that is just
the point still
fun.
stands. It actually kind of makes it worse, to be honest. I just
makes me feel sad. That's all I'm saying. Wilbur says, is the nickname of the president of the Hot Dog Council Big Wiener? No, this guy's just big idiot. Walter Mellon says, hey, Jeffrey, with all these crazy side effects. Oh, that was from, sorry. That was from June 29th.
Crazy side effects.
No, I found it. He goes, Jeffrey, use your star power on Twitter to get this guy canceled. President of the Hot Dog Council? He probably has 1 million times more followers than I do. I don't have that kind of clout.
I'm just sitting here thinking, the guy's name, his title probably is the Big Wiener. I mean, you got that would be it, wouldn't it? I mean, they call him Oscar Mayer Wieners. So why wouldn't he, as the president of the Hot Dog Club, why would he not be the Big Wiener?
I don't know. I just kind of hate him. I hate him. And by the way, I could probably crush him on Facebook. I'm Facebook famous.
Well, yeah.
I'm just not Twitter famous.
I mean, listen, it's not hard to crush a hot dog. I mean, let's face it.
How drunk are you right now?
How many times have you gone in with the hot dogs on the grill and they get kind of stuck there and you kind of work them with your your tongs, and you get the tongs going, and then all of a sudden the hot dog is cut in half. You see what I'm saying? It's not hard to smash a wiener.
I'm not talking about smashing wieners. I'm talking about destroying the president of the Hot Dog Council for saying that nobody over 18 should be using ketchup.
I'm not even kidding. His Twitter handle is @MeatVP.
Oh, geez.
Meat.
Eric Mittenthal. How did you find Eric Mittenthal?
Google, man.
Wow.
Goog.
Wow.
Keon came back from the 4-day weekend with his Google foo and
so he's not the president then of the hot dog club.
I mean,
no, he is.
Why
he's
does he
the
call
president.
himself the Meat VP then?
That's also a good question. This guy is really stupid.
See what I'm saying?
Let's see here. He's been on the Twitter since 2012, and he was named the president in 2016.
Huh? It's 2023, man. Let's catch up.
Fifth letter says Blender Nation. Just listen, baby. Okay. I guess, by the way, while you were out, Randy, I went ahead and you can't stop the fourth dimension when they want to start putting labels on stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like, Blender Nation was probably the best thing because we're not really nation. We're more community. We're here. We're not. And then, then they pointed out we got listeners all over the country.
No, it's true.
And once they get an idea in their head, there's no shifting it.
That's
So
true. Yeah.
It's now the fourth dimension, and we all live in Blender Nation.
Blender Nation.
Yeah, that's people just want to start that, I guess. So, Heavy Metal Maniac says, I enjoy pan-fried grilled hot dogs. Then I add mustard and dill relish. A hot dog is not a sandwich, by the way. Stupidest thing ever heard. People saying a hot dog is a sandwich.
What is it up with those people that cut the hot dogs in half and then fry them?
Oh yeah, they slice it down there. And
they cut it in half and then they fry them. Why are you doing that?
I don't know.
A hot dog was carefully rolled into that casing, and you're going to split it in half and fry it
by hand. Probably. I don't know how they make hot dogs. I don't want to know how they make hot dogs.
I know
what's
answers
in there. I just don't want to know. Heavy Metal Maniac says, sorry, sent that to the wrong person. Sorry, sis. They were talking about a little cool radio station.
What?
He just apologized to somebody for sending the text to the wrong place when he actually sent it to the right place. He thinks we're his sister. I'm going to reply back. I'm going to type back, I think I am pregnant.
Oh boy.
There you go.
Let's just see what happens.
Oh boy. Well,
I'm going to be an uncle again. And I don't even know how old his sister is.
This could get out of hand quickly.
Potentially. We'll know right away, though.
Last Optimist says, you split a hot dog in half and fry it when you're poor and you can't afford buns. You only got some regular bread, Randy.
Still, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Mr. Pringle says, JJ Watt. That was, again, my system is giving me last week's text. Here it is. By no means am I a racing fan. Can't remember the last time I bothered to watch a race, but I tuned into that race in Chicago and wow, was that fantastic. I love that slow speed crash they had where like 83 cars were all just sort of stuck. And somebody got spun around. They're doing the Austin Powers thing where there's trying to get straightened out. And everybody was back in the race. Nobody actually crashed, right? Everybody was able to continue. There was just this giant bottleneck of sadness.
And that one sad 65-point turn. That was just...
Yeah, that one guy was like, sorry. If those things had horns, that would have been
like a normal
audio.
Would have been like a normal rush hour in Chicago.
That's what it looked like.
Wow.
It just outside of that could be sad, Thunder Snow says, actually, I thought people who played pickleball were called pee holes. No, that's something else. We'd call that Urethra Franklin. Thank you. Moist One says, let's start the homeless eating league. If we can find the next Joey Chestnut, we can be their agent and make hundreds. See, that's how you should have the speed eating contests. Just bring in the homeless, man. Give them a meal and We'll see what they got.
Let's see what they got. They'll
I'm just
probably
saying.
make themselves sick though. Trying to
Listen,
just cram a bunch of
I haven't worked out all the details yet.
Cram a bunch of hot
Listen,
dogs.
just 62 hot dogs for one guy. In I don't know. I don't think that anyone-
62 hot dogs in 6 minutes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
6 minutes?
6 minutes.
Just
Navy Brad says, I say that's a man card violation for the hot dog president. I don't know if it's a man card violation, but don't tell another person how to eat their food. You know, the only time I would ever even give you a crooked look is if you overcook some steak. That's about it. But and then now I've learned there's some people who have to kind of overcook their steak because of medical reasons. So, you know, I had to soften up my thought processes on that too. So, you know, but as far as it goes, ketchup, relish, mustard, I don't like sauerkraut, but yeah, you put sauerkraut on it, knock yourself out. So, but I don't know if I could call that a man card violation. Heavy Metal Maniac says to his sister, "Oh my, at your age, I don't think you want to have another child." I think he knows it's us. Sheriff Tom says, "Where I come from, ketchup on a hot dog is a capital offense. Only green relish, onions, tomato, pickle spear maybe, celery salt, steamed poppy seed bun."
So when you texted back, it probably said 1580 the Fanatic, right?
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm thinking that's how they knew it was us.
Yeah, that's probably right. Yeah, forgot about caller ID.
Yeah. That's ruined so many good things.
It's like the damn doorbell cam.
Yep. See?
Boomer Sooner says, "Randy, we didn't have a lot of money growing up, so cutting a hot dog in half makes them look bigger." That's like saying I'm going to marry a woman with small hands, so that'll look bigger too.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually my Irish grandmother's advice to me before she passed.
Marry a woman with small hands?
It'll make it look huge.
Your little old grandma was giving you this advice on her deathbed?
She was very blunt lady.
Come closer to my son.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
You marry a girl with a big, teeny little hands, it'll make your wiener look huge.
The room is getting darker, but let me give you some life lessons for you.
Oh, Jeffrey, I have some penis information.
Marry a woman. I'm starting to go. My last bit of advice for you, son.
But make sure that bitch's hands are warm. Damn, Grandma. Listen, if that's the worst thing a grandma born in the 1910s says to you, you're doing pretty good.
Marry a woman with small hands.
Just find her with the smallest of hands and warm.
Those are the last words that she said on this planet. Just
and then she breathed her last.
Listen, Ed has served me well. I've had no complaints. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
You don't plan for a computer virus. You don't plan to lose files. You don't plan to knock your laptop off the counter. And you don't plan for your PC to crash or your screen to freeze. But Staples has a plan. A plan for unlimited virus protection. A plan for help when you need it 24/7. Staples Total Support Plans are your tech plans for the unplanned, starting as low as $199.99. And although you didn't plan for this, right now at Staples, you can also get $250 off select computers. N729 in-store only. See associate for details.
There's a right way and a wrong way to fight off mosquitoes. Karate chopping the air in a public place in front of your kids and their friends, Mom, is the wrong way. Using STEM mosquito repellent is the right way. STEM effectively repels mosquitoes by harnessing active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and peppermint, making it safe for use as directed around people and pets. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science, and embarrassment-free.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet. Be sure to check out You Better You Bet for all the insight on how to beat the spreads and everything you need to cash those tickets. Weekdays, noon to 3 on Arizona sports betting station, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
David Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Wow, I just went over to sort of put our YouTube feed links up on the Twitter and the Facebook, and I didn't know if people could have a conversation over there. Navy Brad is talking to somebody named Sticky Joe, and one of them's like, oh, where the hell's the audio? Oh, I don't know where the audio is. There's like a whole conversation, and I guess Sticky Joe says, do you get a text back asking for a nickname? Well, yeah. I mean, we don't text you. We talk to you on the radio. It's that much quicker. What other radio show actually will speak to you directly through the actual radio? I don't know that there's any other show that would do that. But you have to engage us. You have to text us and have this conversation. By the way, earlier that new texter was actually Squid. So I put in Squid. That's the name that the new guy is going by. That kid, Squid.
Oh, so it was not it was a new texter or was not a new texter?
Well, it's the new guy working for us. And he was a new texter. He'd never texted before, so it counts.
Okay, I was going to rewind that then.
Oh, why do you look all grumpy about all this anyway?
Me?
Yeah, you look like you're kind of grumpy.
No, I'm not. I'm not grumpy at all.
Like you're angry at this new kid. Well, is that like the go-to for you? And every time somebody new comes, you get, because that's how you were with me when I started 30 years ago. Is that your go-to for new guys?
Okay, number one, I haven't met this new kid.
Wait, you haven't met him?
I was at the Weather Consortium last week. So, yeah. Number B, I didn't know we had a new kid.
He looks like Justin Bieber.
And letter 3, I'm not grouchy at all.
Okay. What do you say? He looks like Justin Bieber a little bit, like when he was younger.
I don't know. I've never met the guy.
I'm asking Keon.
Oh.
I mean the hair, definitely the hair.
If he looks like Justin Bieber, then I'm going to be grouchy.
No, he's a cool kid though. He picked up everything pretty quick, and he knows some things about sports.
And his nickname is what is it now?
Squid. I gave him the nickname.
You called him Squid?
Yeah, Squid.
And you're calling me grouchy?
No, I'm calling you Randy. I call him Squid. Mr. Pringle says NASCAR could have made that race in Chicago even more entertaining if they'd have given all the gangbangers some free tickets and had them shoot at the racers as they went by. I mean, that would be very on brand for Chicago, but I don't think that anybody's probably going to go ahead and go for that. Probably not good. Heavy Metal Maniac says, I knew it was you the whole time. He says, but it was fun. And okay. Well, I figured you did. Bill Hayes says, I'm looking forward to the Blender Pickleball Fantasy Draft Party. All right. It's going to be at the Papados on I-17 near Olive. It's going to be at 5:30 p.m. next Tuesday. We'll see you there. Can't wait. Big George says, Sheriff Tom is a smart man. I live by the same creed. That's right. And Randy seemed a little upset this past weekend with that race in Chicago. I didn't think it was that bad, but it looked like Randy was having a meltdown in the West Valley during that race.
There was a race this past weekend?
I didn't
that's
see
right.
that on.
Indy
Were you
cars.
upset on Twitters?
Indy cars were racing this weekend.
Were you going off on Twitters?
I
didn't
don't
see
know. I don't know what you mean.
Were you typing on the Twitter? You were upset about something.
Hmm.
How did he know you were having a meltdown?
I don't know. Maybe that wasn't me.
Boomer Sooner wants to know if this is a Hamlet play. I understand what he's talking.
What does a hamster have to do with anything?
I don't know what he's talking about. Moist one says, I'm switching the contact name to Dad. Could you send me a text that says you're proud of me?
Oh my God.
You are a huge disappointment. There.
Yep.
There you go. Hey, he's opted in. If somebody's opted in, I can text back. But if they haven't opted in, then I can't. So, but Moist one's opted in. All right. So let's talk about. I think I might just start texting him every now and then, just out of nowhere. You know, saying, "Why don't you introduce?" Now, forget it. No, I'm not gonna go there. Anyway. So last night we lost. The Diamondbacks lost to the Mets 8-5.
Yes.
Wow, that's a kind of a surprise. And the Dodgers lost to the Pirates 9-7. So all right, that's fine.
And the Giants lost. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. And so then I thought, haven't looked at the standings in a while. It was nice to see that we won the series with the Angels. And of course, we lost this first one to the Mets. So then I went, hey, look, we're still number one in the West. And the Dodgers are 2.5 games back. But to my surprise, the Giants have kind of gone back to 4 games back.
Yeah.
Then I thought, okay, let's take a look at the entirety of the National League. Braves are way out in front of us. 7.5 games. We are 7.5 games behind the Braves. Marlins are half a game behind us. And then, Dodgers are back there next. And then I thought, well, let's look at all of baseball. So we're first in the National League West. We're second in the National League. We're fifth in all of Major League Baseball, 7.5 games back from the Braves, who are the number one team in baseball right now.
Okay.
After the Tampa Bay Rays are a game and a half back from them. The Rangers are 6.5 games back from the Braves. Orioles and Diamondbacks, both 7.5 games back. So we're still doing pretty good, Randy.
Yeah, we're doing amazingly well for a team that doesn't have a very strong bullpen. And we continue to get timely hitting. I think the best thing that's going to happen for this Diamondbacks team is going to be the All-Star break, which is coming up here after we play the Pittsburgh Pirates. So we've got to play the Pirates, and then it's an All-Star break, and that'll be good for the team. Some of the guys are nicked up. Corbin Carroll's got a kind of a shoulder injury going on, and look, our pitching staff needs some time off. It's been sort of a grind, but yeah, they're doing surprisingly well.
And I was reading about how the Red Sox might be sellers, and I'm sure there are going to be some other teams, some surprise teams, the Mets, that'll probably be selling too. And then maybe you kind of beef up the bullpen from there heading into the trade deadline, and then who knows what can happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things, and I would not have expected at this point of this season for the Mets to be looking to unload some players, but it's true. You're exactly right, Keon. And more than that, I would not have been a buyer in thinking that the Chicago White Sox would be sellers at the All-Star break or the Cardinals. And yet, I mean, here we are. Some of the guys that they're talking about that rumored to be maybe on the market, Max Scherzer. Now, we don't need a starter. I mean, what are we going to give up to get Max Scherzer in here? And do we want to make a move like that? I say no. But Lucas Giolito from the White Sox, maybe could be a guy that could help you, especially down the stretch here. We do need some bullpen help, and that's if this team is going to go deep into the playoffs, we've got to get some bullpen help, and we've got to do it. We're going to have post haste.
A lot of competition for that, though, Randy, because Dodgers just sent Clayton Kershaw to the IL. Dustin May is going to have flexor tendon surgery, so he's like out for the season. So that's just the Dodgers. Then, over here for the Angels, Ohtani, well, he's just I don't think he's going to be out for. Yeah, he's got a blister, right?
Yeah, that's a blister, and he'll probably skip a start. And this All-Star break is probably going to be good for him. He won't be throwing during the All-Star break. You're going to let that blister heal up, and it'll be better. You know how it is, Jeffrey. When you get a blister on your finger, comes back and it gets some scar tissue and it's even, it's even in better shape. So I think it's going to be good for him.
I don't think I've ever had a blister on my finger.
But the Angels, Mike Trout breaking his wrist. He wasn't even hit. He just swung the bat and he got hurt. And then what happened to Rendon yesterday again? I mean, this guy can't stay healthy and they're paying him $30.5 million a year.
You see my hand right there? You see my hand on the camera right there?
Yeah.
I'm in the hands of a priest. Not the wrong kind, not the rapey kind. I'm just saying there's not one there's no blister. There's
not.
Look at that.
Which is amazing. I mean, you're a man's man. You like to work on cars. You do your own construction work around the house.
Well,
do your own plumbing.
I did accidentally bend back my fingernail working on something the other day.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. I hate that.
I saw this video. Some mechanic was wearing gloves.
Yeah,
like surgeon gloves. That's how he keeps all that nastiness off his hands. I started doing that.
Oh, well,
I've been
that's
doing
good.
that lately.
That's good.
I did try to do some work on my vehicle, but it's too damn hot over the weekend.
Well, it's not going to get any better until I don't know, maybe Thanksgiving.
Rumors of 120 next week were popping around, but they've gone away. Now it's back like down to 116 or something.
Oh, what were we talking? Oh, Diamondbacks.
Injuries.
Injuries. The Dodgers have just been decimated, and now you got Kershaw, who was just getting into his own again. I mean,
so the really point is, though, a lot of people are going to be trying to go out and get some pitching help, not just the Diamondbacks. So we are going to need to be aggressive to try to get that. We're going to have to be aggressive buyers, I think, in the way things are right now.
Aggressive but smart. Ken Kendricks and the Diamondbacks are not going to, overspend just to bring in I like to call them rental players, somebody that's just going to be with them down the stretch. Mike Hazen is going to have to be smart, looking for somebody that can help this team not only in the second half of the season, but also maybe somebody that can be on for the next couple of seasons, maybe 3 seasons, a guy that can help this team win and continue to win. Somebody that's young, somebody that's effective and doesn't have a lot of money for a contract. They're not going to go out and get a Max Scherzer, but they might get a Scott Barlow or somebody like that. From the Barlow from the Royals. And this is a late innings guy. I mean, he could be help to this team and maybe help this team move to the next level. But they're going to have to be smart. They're going to like they always say, the Diamondbacks are value shoppers.
I have nothing against the Angels. It's sad to see Mike Trout on the IL. And Ohtani has been, and I know you're not against Ohtani. You're just against the writers. But you got to admit, one of the best months that anybody in baseball could ever have.
Amazing month. Yeah.
Craziness. And then, of course, Rendon with his broken left wrist. I'm sorry. No, that was Trout has the
Trout's
wrist.
got the wrist.
Rendon left shin contusion.
Yeah. Oh, and you haven't lived until you've fouled a ball that's coming at you at nearly 100 miles an hour. Then you just barely, tick it with the bat, and it picks up speed as it gets more rotation, and it hits you in the shin, and it hit him solid. It wasn't a glancing blow. It hit him solid. So that's going to be extremely painful for the next several days. And it's, again, it's a good time for the Angels to be heading into an all-star break, because it's going to give him some time where he can get some therapy and maybe he can get back in the lineup.
Moist one says Scott Barlow, a.k.a. Scoots Magoots. Okay. Can I just say this? The Dodgers, without Clayton Kershaw and super hairy ginger man, Dustin May, they're kind of in trouble, aren't they?
Well, they also lost this kid that I can't think of his name right now.
Gonsolin.
Yeah, Gonsolin, who was a stud last season. He was I think he was sub-3 ERA once again when he went down, and he's going to be out for the rest of the season. The Dodgers have had some real bad luck. I kind of laugh about it because I was like, but listen, this is sad for the team. I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, and what are they going to do with the trade deadline? I mean, they're upside down a bit financially. I don't know if they can make a bunch of moves. They don't have. They don't want to give away their farm system, so they're they're in a bad situation.
We don't want to see this because of injury, but it happened. And so they'll probably drop a few more games behind us.
I think that
I can be happy about that.
They have some good young talent in that farm system, and I think I don't foresee them, coming in here with these youngsters and contending for the NL West. They could still, if they can stay healthy and get some of their guys back and get healthy, they could still be in the race for a wild card. There's still a lot of season left. The Dodgers are not done just because they lost a couple of key players. I mean, they're hoping that Kershaw comes back sooner rather than later.
They're thinking 2 weeks on that.
So
he's got the All-Star break to sit. So.
But Gonsolin, that's a big loss for those guys.
I think the Gonsolin in May, because those both could be just done for the year.
Yeah. But well, I think Gonsolin is done for the year.
Yeah. And May might be.
I didn't wish for injury. I would never wish for injury. But is it okay for me to enjoy the moment when they just don't have as many good players? Is that a conflict of moral interest?
I don't think so. I mean, you're just a baseball fan, and you just the Dodgers are not a team that you root for because you're Diamondbacks. You know?
It's more fun when they lose fully manned. I don't want to see anybody injured.
I could see that.
But if we happen to get some games back during this time, I'm kind of happy about it.
I mean, the Dodgers have not been producing up to par this season so far. Neither have the Padres, with one of the biggest payrolls in baseball.
The Padres have been so disappointing.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see what they do post All-Star break down the stretch.
All right, listen, we've got to take a moment. That is 1 hour down and 2 to go. We've got some Phoenix Suns stuff, and there was a lot of activity over the last 4 days. We'll talk about that. Other things in the NBA. Of course, we got a whole lot of NFL football to talk about. Plenty to talk about here on the Wednesday back from our 4-day weekend. Next year, 4th of July is on Thursday. Guess what that means? Another 4-day weekend. Woo! It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
You don't plan for a computer virus. You don't plan to lose files. You don't plan to knock your laptop off the counter. And you don't plan for your PC to crash or your screen to freeze. But Staples has a plan. A plan for unlimited virus protection. A plan for help when you need it 24/7. Staples Total Support Plans are your tech plans for the unplanned, starting as low as $199.99. And although you didn't plan for this, right now at Staples, you can also get $250 off select computers. N729 in-store only. See associate for details.
There's a right way and a wrong way to fight off mosquitoes. Karate chopping the air in a public place in front of your kids and their friends, Mom, is the wrong way. Using STEM mosquito repellent is the right way. STEM effectively repels mosquitoes by harnessing active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and peppermint, making it safe for use as directed around people and pets. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science, and embarrassment-free.
You don't plan for a computer virus. You don't plan to lose files. You don't plan to knock your laptop off the counter. And you don't plan for your PC to crash or your screen to freeze. But Staples has a plan. A plan for unlimited virus protection. A plan for help when you need it 24/7. Staples Total Support Plans are your tech plans for the unplanned, starting as low as $199.99. And although you didn't plan for this, right now at Staples, you can also get $250 off select computers. N729 in-store only. See associate for details.
Give back to Arizona and be part of something bigger than yourself. When you sign up for AmeriCorps, you open a door to make a difference. Serve as a teacher, protect nature, support veterans, or help where your passion lies. Part-time or full-time, student or senior, AmeriCorps is for everyone. Sign up at serve.az.gov. That's serve.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Governor's Office of Youth, Faith, and Family.
Turning my pain into purpose is pretty much what I have done to start this foundation.
In August 2020, after the death of George Floyd, Bridget Floyd and other family members established the George Floyd Memorial Foundation in support of the Black community.
It's going to take more than just us as a foundation. It's going to take the community, the world, to make a change.
Fight for racial justice for the Black community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
To protect her home and family in a disaster, Karen was willing to wade through water, mud, and insurance paperwork.
Yeah, I can do this.
You go, Karen! By simply understanding and updating what her insurance covers and doesn't cover now, she'll be better prepared no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
KQFN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K244 Round Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it. All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. All right, we got to get caught up on this text line, and I still got a couple more baseball things to talk about. Big George says, Randy was on Twitter Sunday, and here's what he said about the Chicago race. Okay, so Big George was able to find the tweet from Randy on Sunday. Randy, how many sheets to a wind were you watching that road race?
Oh, I was sober as a judge. Yeah.
All right. Well, this is what you said. Bunch of candy asses don't want to hear the truth. The Chicago race should be NECER.
Never.
Oh, should never have been. You spelled never wrong.
Yeah.
Should never have been on the schedule to replace Daytona. I'm sick of the snowflake NASCAR. If NASCAR's in Daytona, we would talk racing today.
Well, the thing started with a big giant rainstorm. The Xfinity race was a complete and total utter failure. But people like Pete Pistone that are under NASCAR's payroll and out there, you think they're actually journalists. They're not journalists. They're NASCAR employees, and they're out there spreading all the hype that the NASCAR wants them to spread. And they're out there, voicing all the ratings information and stuff like that, making this a something that they want to continue. Look, the bottom line is they replaced, in my opinion, one of the great races on the schedule with a road race in downtown Chicago. Not 100 miles from there, there's a quality track that NASCAR has raced on for years, and now they're trying to become something that they're not. NASCAR is not Formula One. It's not IndyCar. It's NASCAR. They don't belong on the streets of a city. They don't belong on a road course. They belong on an oval going fast and battling for the lead. That's just my opinion. And these candy asses that want to change this and make it into some sort of sport that it's not, go ahead. I don't have to watch. That's my prerogative. I don't have to watch, and I don't have to tell people to watch it either. So
I'm trying to figure out what a candy ass would really look
like. Candy
is
snowflake.
What the candy? If the candy, would it be like a hard candy? Would it be like
no,
chocolate?
It's soft, like a caramel candy.
It's like nougat.
Yeah, like a nougaty candy ass.
All right, I'm just trying to. Yeah.
Soft. That's just my way of saying soft.
I have heard people scream that since I was a kid.
Yeah,
I've always wondered.
Well, candy ass. I mean, it infers the fact that you're soft. You're just you're just a candy ass. And anytime Pete Pistone wants to meet me somewhere and take the gloves off, after I beat his ass and stand over him, he will understand. I think he does, because he told me to get my miserable ass off his timeline.
No. So you tweeted that on his timeline.
I was tweeting on his timeline several times. And so I was laughing. I was physically.
Oh no! Look, I got the next tweet here. It says, "Flash flood warning and rain in Chicago right now. 87 and sunshine in Daytona right now.
Yeah.
Hey, NASCAR, looks like you screwed up. Ha 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 ha.
NASCAR.
Wait, I'm not done. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. NASCAR did something they have not done in 75 plus years. They changed the Xfinity race and the rules of the race according to NASCAR's bylaws. They called the race official. It had not gone a specific distance. Okay, and they called it official instead of having it as a rain out and having them do it at a different time, like I don't know today, because they couldn't. They're in downtown Chicago and they're taking up city streets in Chicago. All right. And then they called they called the later race on account of darkness, 75 laps short. Again, NASCAR, this was an utter, complete, total failure on the part of NASCAR. It is nothing more than a complete, total, utter embarrassment for NASCAR. I don't care what the quote unquote ratings say. In the industry I've been in for over 40 years, ratings are what you make them to be.
My wife just texted me and said, "Candy ass is marshmallow buttocks."
Could be. Yeah.
All right. I can understand that now. I think I got it.
Soft.
Rico Suave texts in saying, "What's up, fellas? I'm listening at work. Well, turn it up and share it with your coworkers if you can." I don't know. I mean, where do you work? I don't know what I'm saying. Want to get in trouble.
What if he works in like a law office or something?
Oh, he should definitely turn it up. I mean, Big George used to.
Well,
when he was working in an office.
That's true.
Boomer Sooner says stuff. Sorry. He says, sorry about the previous text. I had to start driving. What would you say? He says, Jeffrey, are you guys planning to come to the Friday, August 11th Padres? He's talking about the August 11th Padres at Diamondbacks. No. What?
Did we have
is there
something on the books to do that?
I don't think so. We are also trying to figure out what you meant when you said, is this a Hamlet play? I think Boomer Sooner's liquored up. I'm pretty sure he's just
could be. That could be.
Dodgers, say Moist One, have some organizational depth at pitcher and a stud catcher that's blocked by Will Smith. They will make some moves.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Yeah, the Dodgers are not going to sit by and just let the season get away. They're going to make some moves.
I wish they would.
My question is what are they willing to give up to make some moves, or are they going to bring the youth up now and let them play? And I don't think the Dodgers are going to bring their youth up right now.
Mr. Pink Eye says, hi, fellas. Happy 5th of July. Is Joey Chestnut an athlete? No. He's not an athlete. Nobody who does that isn't. I know we wish we could say yes.
Especially on this show.
Yeah, we got the same kind of body types. You know what I'm saying? And it would be great to say, yeah, but no, we can't. We discussed this at length when we did drop the Daily Blender. What is a sport? What is not a sport? And competitive eating is right here in the not a sport list. You see it right there? Competitive eating. It's right under darts and right above badminton, not a sport.
Yeah.
Very close to kite flying, by the way. Anyway, Rectinator says, Jeffrey has Palmolive hands. Okay. I mean, I work very hard. I work with my brain and my mouth. Okay, that didn't sound right. I speak, but my work is talk. They just so nobody's going to help me. All right, fine.
That's all of us.
You were doing a great job on your own, friend.
It's not that I can't or wouldn't work with my hands. It's just that, I don't have to. So I have very soft hands, supple hands, as Randy likes to say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Rico Suave says, I work in an automotive repair shop. I turned it up in the waiting room. Oh, dear God.
Well, that's a mistake. Maybe potentially.
Haven't those people paid enough?
That's just like saying, we really don't want you to wait in here. Blissful Hayes says, what does Dusty Rhodes think of the Chicago NASCAR street
Dusty
race?
Rhodes wouldn't spend 5 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, Daddy, Dusty Rhodes would not spend 5 seconds on that miserable mess that they called a NASCAR race. That was not NASCAR. All right, that was a bunch of motor vehicles running around city streets inside the walls. And listen, it was stupid, and Dusty Rhodes wouldn't have any of it. So there you go. Dusty Rhodes out.
Rob Diz, I missed this text earlier, and it's a very good point. We were talking about how the Wimbledon, they're out there playing, and these people run on the court and throw confetti and puzzle pieces, and their T-shirt said, stop oil, and they were protesting. Rob Diz said one of the best protests he saw was a bunch of people protesting offshore oil in plastic canoes. Now, think about that a minute. What could they possibly have made those plastic canoes of? Thundar, the Santa Barbarian, says, keep digging that hole, Jeffrey. That's what I do. But yet, no calluses. Taco Kenny says, You guys, all right. Go Dodgers. No, because Randy and Keon were saying hopeful things about the Dodgers, but I'm very much enjoying your moment. Big George says, I support Randy 100% in his rage against NASCAR.
Well, I mean, it's just quit trying to cater to some young viewers that don't want to watch cars go fast and turn left. They're trying to make the sport something. Be different, man. Be different.
Yeah, and he said some dude named Anthony said, "No, you're the snowflake." Yeah, this guy's an idiot.
I've got a finger for Anthony.
By the way, Randy, I was thinking of you. I held on to this information when I saw it. This is exciting information.
Okay.
And I think you're going to enjoy this. I guess, I like me some whiskey.
Yes,
like
you do.
Some whiskey.
Yeah.
Even Keon likes him some whiskey now and then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good news. Turns out the whiskey is loaded with health benefits.
Okay.
I'm not making this is true. This is true. Whiskey evidently is loaded with vitamin C.
Huh.
Oh.
Drinking one shot of whiskey gives you a full day's supply of vitamin C.
Really?
Yeah. And you don't have to worry about all those other annoying vitamins that get in the way, right? And then it slightly helps prevent cancer.
Hey, there we go.
A study found people who drink whiskey have a moderately lower chance of getting cancer because of all the antioxidants. I didn't know there were antioxidants.
Well,
I turned out there is.
Yeah, there you go.
It prevents other diseases too. Study at New York University found people who drink whiskey in moderation have lower chances of getting strokes, dementia, heart disease, blood clots.
Huh.
So
I've got some Woodford Reserve right in here in the on the whiskey card here in the kitchen. Maybe I'll.
I think you owe it to your health,
right,
to do it.
Right.
And also, whiskey can calm you down.
You damn right it can.
Researchers in Toronto, Canada, found that one glass of whiskey can help with nerves and lower your heart rate.
Yeah, damn right it can.
Tequila does the opposite. That'll start a fight.
Yeah, that makes me angry.
Whiskey might calm you down. Just saying. 4 surprise health benefits of whiskey. Didn't see that coming.
No, I can stop drinking so much orange juice and cranberry juice and just drink whiskey.
Just knock down a shot every morning, Keon.
There you
I
go.
don't care what ails you.
As far as I know, there's no downsides to drinking whiskey. So don't bother Googling it. Just,
I won't.
There's no negatives, no cons whatsoever.
I thought I thought you'd be very happy to hear that.
Yeah. Congratulations.
We have chosen a healthy beverage.
Yes, we have. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeffco.
So we do need to give props to Ronald Acuna Jr. That was a hell of a thing. He made Major League Baseball history with a 40th stolen base in a win versus the Guardians the other day.
Yeah.
And so that means, he has had at least, he's the first player before the All-Star break to have 20 home runs, 40 stolen bases, and 50 RBI. Holy crap.
He is quite the player. Man, that guy is quite the player.
And I think that the cool thing about him too is because he was pretty immature when he came into the league. He was hitting home runs and watching them fly out of the park, and Brian Snitker was benching him. And he's gotten to the point now where he's one of the leaders of that team, and they trust him. I just think that's a really cool thing that he's developed as a player, but also as a guy.
He got taught and he was brought up right, not by his parents, but by his managers. So,
yeah.
We got to keep working on these kids, right?
I mean, I still think there's still a little of that immaturity that comes out, but he's young and he's out there playing a game. He's playing a child's game. I don't have a problem with a lot of that stuff. It's when you start showing up the other players of the other team. That's when I have a problem with it. So good for him, man. I mean, he is an amazing talent.
Big George says, isn't one of the cons of drinking too much whiskey? Okay, I'm going to stop you there, candy ass. Did I use it right?
Yeah.
There's no downsides. And that'll be enough out of you.
One of the cons of drinking whiskey. I mean, that sentence doesn't even make sense, Big George. What are you talking about?
God,
Cons of
why?
whiskey.
I mean, I don't think I would call Big George a candy ass, but hey.
I'll call him a candy ass. I'll call him a candy ass all day long.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, I mean, living on the edge. I mean, wow.
Well, he says, it makes it harder to perform in the bedroom if you drink too much whiskey.
We're talking about a shot here. We're not talking about too much.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, a shot for Big George might be about a bucket,
Well,
but
That's true.
he is 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
No, I'm calling you a candy ass, George, for that. For that text, you get
Wow.
candy ass status.
See, now we're gonna have to come up with some sort of like candy ass sound.
Yeah, what would be the candy ass? Like we throw a flag, there's a whistle.
Yeah.
But if I call somebody a candy ass,
Yeah.
there's got to be like a, I don't know,
Hmm.
shoots and ladders sound effect. I don't know. Something from Candy Crush. Is there like a sound effect from that? Like,
Oh, I don't want to do.
I don't know how. I've never played it.
I mean, the candy ass maybe.
Is that from Candy Crush?
No, it's
That'll work. That'll work. Let's
don't
try
be
it.
don't be a candy ass.
Big George, you candy ass. That'll work. That's
Yeah,
good.
it'll work for now, right?
Quiet Cannon says, Jeffrey, thank you for the health report update on whiskey benefits. So Scotch and bourbon, they're in the whiskey family, right? Well, they're like whiskey adjacent.
They're like cousins.
Yeah, you probably get the same health benefits. But I don't like to complicate my life. There's beer, there's whiskey. Why complicate things? I don't know why you want to complicate things. Rico Suave says, hey, don't blame them bedroom problems on whiskey, Big George. That's what I'm saying. Big George says, well, I am eating some Reese's Minis right now.
Well,
so my ass is probably composed mostly of candy. Jagdog says, Jeffrey and Keon, thanks again for the Scottsdale 4th parking pass. It was pretty damn awesome. Boy, were the kids happy. Good. Jagdog, glad to hear that. I wish I'd taken one of them passes for myself. We watched it on the side of the road near Schneff Farms because I did not want to have to drive in there. But I thought, well, just park here. We got a free show. So I basically stole fireworks from Schneff Farms. And then I'm sitting there. I'm like, I wonder if I'd have seen this many Trump flags if I'd driven inside the park. You know, there was a lot of that connected to the houses on Cloud Road and the trucks on one side, the trucks on the other side. And I was like, okay, well, know your audience. I get it. I probably should have paid to go in though. Seen him like a lot closer than we did. Where'd you guys see fireworks?
I sat in front of my son's house, and he bought one of those $100 boxes of fireworks.
Oh yeah, you set the driveway on fire, huh?
Yeah, we lined them up in the street there, and then his neighbor across the street, he had some, and then the neighbor next to him had some, and then the guy behind us was shooting off a little aerial display, and then another guy on the other block over in front of us had. So we had a pretty good show going in the neighborhood there.
Same. I let my neighbors handle it, and we had the fireworks stand maybe whatever the closest CVS to our house is. And all our neighbors got that, and so yeah, they were competing. They were trying to outdo each other, and I just watched.
It was
nice. I might set the driveway on fire tonight. Back when COVID hit, I had purchased a bunch of fireworks and then forgot about them. So they've been sitting in my closet for like 3 years, 4 years. So I don't think they have expirations on them. I don't think there's an expiration date. So I think I just go out there and blow up the driveway.
Guess you're going to find out as soon as you put a little fire to them.
Do they expire? I don't think they expire.
I don't know. Let me know what happens, though, William.
My kid's been running video on a lot of stuff. If they think there's a chance I'm going to get injured, I turn around and there's like 2 cameras with flashes on just with the injury.
Yeah, no, you're good.
That's
you're good.
video.
I'll be watching the news for like breaking news.
The chemicals.
Not a whole lot of times if you'll get injured on the 5th of July, but Jeffrey O'Brien has managed to do it.
This is from the goo. The reason fireworks do not have expiration dates is that their major component is gunpowder, otherwise known as black powder. The chemicals in gunpowder do not break down unless they're dampened. So as long as there hasn't been dampness in your closet, you're good.
No,
they're good.
Nope, we're good. Taco Kenny says, so the Jack whiskey I drink is vitamin C for me and vitamin D for the wifey. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, it does, Taco Kenny. Kiss the Cook says, yes, candied ass and marshmallow. I can't read that one. That one's not going to be a nickname. Went a little too far with the anatomy there, buddy. That doesn't even make sense. I guess unless you twist the marshmallow, then it looks like that. Yes.
Huh.
Fighting Wampa says Jason Pierre-Paul read the exact same disclaimer about fireworks not expiring, I think. He was.
I don't know, but on July 4th, Miss Kim showed me on her Twitter feed, there was somebody that had posted some X-rays of people that had fireworks injuries to their hands.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that.
That was the worst thing I've seen in my entire life.
It's like, so it's like kindergartners all tried to learn how to draw a hand.
Oh jeez.
That's what those X-rays look like of all those mangled hands.
Oh no.
I'm sure you can picture it now, right? The fingers going all these different wrong ways.
I am very much trying not to.
Let's see. Pink Eye says, so I can drink whiskey on the job? Thanks. Yeah, I don't care what you do. It's fine by me. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, let's go ahead and talk about all the different stuff the Phoenix Suns have been up to. We may have taken 4 days off and come back to a really good team. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Your home is the place where you know your loved ones are secure. But the things that keep your home protected can't keep pests at bay. That's where RAID comes in. For 60 years, RAID scientists have worked to protect people around the world. With trusted research, ingredients, testing standards, and product efficacy, RAID seeks to create a better future for all. Especially the ones you love most. RAID, protection for all.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Summertime, and the Diamondbacks are heating up, competing for the top spot in the NL West.
What moves are the Snakes going to make by the trade deadline? Can this team continue to battle as we head for the All-Star break? Can Corbin Carroll continue his torrid pace to be the Rookie of the Year?
Stay up with all the Diamondbacks news, info, updates, and rumors. If it's local, we talk about it. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Hey, you know what I just found out, Randy?
What's that?
There's a thing called an eyebrow brush. Did you know there was such a thing?
No, never heard of it.
Yeah, my wife got tired of my crazy eyebrows, and she says, "Here, try this." Like, what the hell? It looks like a weird pipe cleaner paintbrush looking thing. She says, "An eyebrow brush." I'm like, "Really? Like, seems like a girly thing." She's like, "No, men use this all the time to, straighten out their eyebrows and stuff."
And
My
I'm like,
question to you is, how would your wife know what other men do with their grooming habits?
well, as you know, she's also an actress, so she's spent quite a bit of time sitting in a makeup chair while other guys are in there. Like she sat there with Will Ferrell once as they were getting done up for a thing. And you I don't know if you've seen Will Ferrell's eyebrows lately. He is not using the eyebrow brush.
Well,
That's all I'm
they
saying.
do look like a couple of hairy guinea pigs.
Yeah, I mean, that's out of control. Larry Hagman would look at Will Ferrell right now and go, "Damn."
Ooh, yeah. Mhm.
So I don't know. Just
See,
don't
I
think
didn't.
it's-
I didn't know there was is a grooming to do with your eyebrows when you're a man until I was getting my hair cut one time.
Yeah.
And the gal cutting my hair started working on my. She got the clippers around there in the front of my face and
Comb.
got the comb out and working on my eyebrows up there.
That's when I found out. Same thing.
Yeah. See, I didn't know there was like grooming to do to your eyebrows when you're a man.
I didn't know that either. And then I found out the same way. And but every now and then I don't look at myself so much. So all of a sudden, something is poking out at her. She's like, "Don't you stick that thing at me." I'm like,
"Hello.
My eyes are up here, lady." And so I don't know. Am I supposed to use that thing?
I don't think it's a. I mean, you're the Southwest commissioner. I mean, I would.
Well, this is all new information for me.
I don't know if that's a man card violation or not.
I don't think it is. Men use a hairbrush. Men use certain things just because women use them too. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. If I sit there and went,
see now, one of the most awkward moments I had golfing.
Yeah.
I was golfing with a friend and his son was out there with us.
Wait. Does this have something to do with the ball washer? Because I've heard the joke.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
No. And they how fathers and sons sometimes will compete against one another.
Sure.
And so apparently this son said, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to get a birdie on this hole. And the dad says, I'll take that bet. And the son says, how about I forget the name of the product, but it was one of those men groomer things for your
your hoo-ha?
Yeah, hoo-ha.
Yeah, that's like a manscaper.
I did
the lawnmower.
Yeah, I see. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
But apparently that's a thing.
Oh yeah.
It's area grooming is a thing.
I literally thought it was going to look like a lawnmower for your nether regions.
Yeah.
I thought that'd be kind of.
What do they call it? The lawnmower?
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then it turned out that's just a damn razor. It's just a little razor.
Now, speak about awkward though. I mean, the rest of the round, I couldn't even speak to either one of them.
That would be a little bit disappointing.
I didn't even look at them. I just went up and hit my ball, played my game, and what about
try
my
not
business?
to think about the fact that they both are familiar with this, probably use it on a regular
So
basis.
what the hell's going on here? And why are we making this something to bet on?
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I mean, I can't say that using an eyebrow brush is a man card violation. I don't put it in the same thing as scaping. If there's going to be manscaping, it might as well be eyebrows.
Well, I mean, I understand the eyebrows. As we get older, they tend to have a mind of their own.
Understatement, yeah.
But
mine will go they'll mess up and kind of go up like crazy person.
Oh, yeah,
like somebody's like
angry.
Like they would do to you if you were in a movie to play the crazy scientist.
Oh yeah.
I've woke up to that like going, whoa, what the hell's that all about? And I do exactly what Rico Suave is saying. He says, just lick your thumbs and just go like that.
Yeah. See, that's all I knew to do.
That's all I knew.
I didn't know about this.
Hold on, I'll go
brush.
get it. I'll show it to you. My wife
All right.
has it. Hold on.
So apparently, Jeffrey is now going to go get the eyebrow brush. Keon, have you heard of this before?
No, actually.
What about that
first time hearing it.
manscaping thing? Have you heard of that business?
I have, because I've heard the commercials on like a million.
Do you practice the
podcasts
art of
and things.
manscaping? Do you?
Personally, no, not
damn it. I'm gone 1 minute.
Not particularly. No, not me, but
God. I'm gone like less than 20 seconds.
I didn't expect.
And I got to come back to this.
I didn't expect to have
he's
the answer.
younger. He's part of the younger generation.
Do you
Oh, no,
see
see,
that?
that looks like a pipe cleaner.
That's what I said. It looks like a little pipe cleaner right there. And you go like this on your eyebrow. I can't reach it because of my glasses, but that looks like girl stuff though, doesn't it?
No,
I
I don't think it
like
doesn't look like a girl thing to me.
Do you guys, anybody out there use this thing? I guess this is brand new. I had no idea it existed.
I don't do that. No. Mm-mm. But just like Miss Kim, when she's, I might be sitting on the back patio here at the compound, enjoying a nice cigar. Miss Kim will join me on the patio, and she'll bring out, 2 or 3 different clippers for her fingernails. I didn't know there were so many instruments to clip your fingernails. I just have always, the fingernail clipper guy, and that's it.
Mhm.
I mean,
I always just had one for both toes and fingers. Turns out women, they got one for toes. They got one different one for fingers.
Yeah.
And then they got one that's like shaped in a weird way. I'm not sure what that's for.
Well, see,
It's like
Kim,
slanted.
well, yeah, Kim's got me a pair. They look like side cutters for
Like
your
the-
toes.
Yeah, you're trimming the hedges with that thing.
They look like
Uh,
side cutters for your toes.
Is that like for hangnails or something?
I don't know. I just know that it trims my toenails a hell of a lot easier, than the toenail trimmer.
Is that why your toenails are like pointy? Because like you use that on both sides, and now you got, like, little
this thing
arrows?
doesn't. No, this thing doesn't do that. No.
Whenever I feel like I might be in trouble with the wife, I'll say, you know what? Maybe we should get me a pedicure, and then she gets happy, and then we just forget about it.
The old counter move.
Yeah, I distract her, and then I just move on to something else.
There you go.
Rico Suave saw it on the YouTube. He says she's deceiving you. That's for applying mascara. Is it really? Well, then what the hell?
It doesn't look. I mean, it doesn't look like it's mascara.
I don't know.
Because the thing for the mascara comes in the thing, like there's actually stuff on it. So that I don't know.
So there's a thing that comes in the mascara that puts the mascara on.
Yeah.
Seems kind of big.
Why
for
why
that.
would you just have a separate brush for that? No, I don't think that.
Apparently, that's not a mascara applying tool.
I don't-
That's
Women are very mysterious.
well, that's true. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, here's Boomer Sooner. He's the oldest person I think we know. All he says is, "Come on, man." He says, "What the heck? Is this the manicure freaking hour here?" Well, no, we're men and we're curious about what the hell. I don't know. You're old. You're very old, Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner, do you use the Manscaper? Do you use that tool?
What? No. Don't ask him that. Don't answer that. We're not talking about mowing the lawn.
I
Keep
think
it
we
above the Mason-Dixon line, please.
I just think we need to put up a poll on the Twitter feed right now.
Do we?
Do you use the Manscaper
If I thought
tool?
you could figure out the password, I'd be worried. We're not doing it. Scratch Me Because says, you asked Keon about Manscaping, and then you said it looks like a pipe cleaner. You leave Keon alone. He can't help that. No, the thing, and I didn't even ask him about.
No, Jeffrey asked Randy asked about.
I know
the
I've been gone
Manscaping,
for a
and then-
while, but I didn't think you would forget about me.
No,
already.
I didn't forget about you. I'm trying somehow
There was
not
an
to
awkward moment before the show where we all had to sniff Randy's butt and try to
just a reacquaintance thing.
We were walking in a circle.
Boomer Sooner says, "Oh hell no! I don't know what he's. Oh hell knowing. I don't know what." Rico Suave says, "Not all." I don't know what that. Just kind of lost now. Moist One says, "I use Nair down there and post my reviews on your YouTube."
Excuse me.
Would expect nothing less from the Moist One.
My sister used to use the Nair back like when we were kids, right? And that stuff smells so bad. That's why nobody uses that. It's some sort of like chemical warfare on your follicles
That's what
or something.
makes the hair fall out.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
nuclear waste.
Kyle G says the grooming equipment works, guys. As a married man, these tools help grease the wheel. If you get my drift.
Excuse me.
Where's the wheel? Where are you putting grease? See what I'm saying?
I think that was just an analogy. I think he just means it helps make the sex happen. I think that's what he means. It's just.
But where do I put the grease?
I don't think you put the grease anywhere because I don't think he meant literal grease. I think. I think in this analogy, the
Why is there a
the
wheel
man,
involved?
the manscaping is grease.
You know, Rico Suave just sent me a picture of a mascara brush. It does look the same. Oh man, what the hell's that all about? Big George says, I'm pretty sure Boomer Sooner can't even remember, or I'm sorry, reach that area anymore due to some manscaping. See, this is just getting out of control. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Hamilton Porter says, watch out for the Eugene Levy eyebrows. Oh yeah, that man's got you've seen him. Those are that's textbook. Kiss the Cook says, when you have to braid your eyebrows, it is way past time for a trim. Yeah, you don't. When you say you put the comb there and they just mow right over it, that's all it is. It's not like he's plucking, shaping, or doing like that dude on the TV. By the way, what the hell is up with that guy? Is it Channel 12 or something? Or Channel 15
with the laser thing?
Oh, what the hell, dude? Seriously. Bliss Lays, no, thank you. We're not going to keep going back to that. He says, will the blender be on Saturday and Sunday to make up for taking the last 2 days off? Yes, be sure and tune in 3 p.m. Saturday and 3 p.m. Sunday for special editions of the Daily Blender.
You be here.
Maybe Brad is like, is Dr. Ruth in the show today? I don't think she's alive anymore. I don't know. I'm sorry. We were just perplexed by this thing I'd never heard of. I don't know. I don't think there's any kind of a man card situation there, but you know, Rico Suave is right. Or I don't know who said it, but you just lick your finger and go and just flatten down your eyebrows. You're good to go. I don't think it has to be complicated. You know, I don't know. All right. So let's talk about what happened with the Phoenix Suns. I've got the timeline. Are you ready for this, Randy?
Okay.
All right. So you know about Bradley Beal, right? You know that the Washington Wizards gave us Bradley Beal. We gave them Chris Paul, who they immediately unloaded to the Golden State Warriors. Everybody knows that. Okay. And that happened on June 18th. Then last Friday, bunch of stuff happened. Chimezie Metu, he came in for a 1-year deal with the Suns. He's a forward. And then Damian Lee shows up, a 2-year deal with player options, and he's a guard. And then Keita Bates-Diop agreed to a 2-year, $5 million deal with the Suns, and he's a forward. And then another forward, Drew Eubanks, signed a 2-year deal. And that all happened on June 30th. That's a lot, but there's more. Then on Sunday, Eric Gordon agreed to a 2-year, $6 million deal with the Suns. Now, wasn't he? He was with the Clippers last year, wasn't he? Where was he last? Clippers? I thought he was in the Clippers.
I think he was, but I'm going to double check that there.
And then Torrey Craig showed up. That happened on Monday. Torrey Craig, a 2-year contract. No, wait. No, he doesn't work for us.
Yeah, Gordon was the Clipper and Torrey Craig's not.
No, how did Torrey Craig end up on my list? Oh, okay, forget that part. But the rest of it, Eric Gordon, Drew Eubanks, Diop, Damian Lee, Metu, and now Bradley Beal. So here we are on Wednesday after the long holiday. Is this team now complete? Is this it? I mean, DeAndre Ayton plus minus, I don't know. But this looks like a team that has been greatly improved in depth, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. And also, like, I'm not going to worry too much about DeAndre Ayton. This offense is not running through DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton's job is to be 7 feet tall and defend the rim, which Frank Vogel, I'm sure, is going to be able to figure out. So when you look at the free agent stuff like that, that's an A for what they were able to do, because the CBA punishes you so much for having the amount of $32+ million guys that they have between Beal, Booker, and Durant. You're not supposed to be able to get what the Suns were able to get in free agency, because all they really had left to work with was you can go out and sign a bunch of guys on minimum salaries and veterans minimums, but that's basically all you have to work with. And somehow, I'm assuming this is James Jones, because he's the guy that's going to really understand how the money works. He made it work. Like, all of these deals make sense. They're very sound. And I think the cool thing is it gives the team an identity, which is they're going to shoot a lot of threes. That's just what this team is designed to do. They signed most of the guys they signed shoot above 35% from three. that this is about as well as they could have played it, given the massive money that they've got going to their 3 stars.
How far over the line are we right now as far as luxury tax? Because they were at about 169 million before all this mess. I'm kind of curious where they are now and how much of a luxury tax is the new owner going to have to pay.
I mean, they're still definitely over the cap.
I know they are definitely, but how much?
There is I forget what the threshold is there. That there are like a couple of thresholds where you pay luxury tax if you go over the first one, and then you pay some more if you go over the second one. I don't think that they're actually over the second one, but yeah, they did move up. They're 79 mil over. That puts them right behind the Golden State Warriors as the top 2 spenders in the NBA right now.
All right, so let's take a break. When we come back, I want to kind of look at each one of these players a little bit more closely and get your take on it, and see what the super fans of the Fourth Dimension think about it too. Is this the new Phoenix Suns championship team? Or, is this formula look good to you guys? I mean, I don't know. Let's find out when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Your home is the place where you know your loved ones are secure. But the things that keep your home protected can't keep pests at bay. That's where RAID comes in. For 60 years, RAID scientists have worked to protect people around the world with trusted research, ingredients, testing standards, and product efficacy. RAID seeks to create a better future for all, especially the ones you love most. RAID, protection for all.
Hello, everyone. Desert Equity Lending is back again with a mortgage product that we have all been waiting for. We are excited to offer once again the no document loan that we all remember from years ago. That's right. It's a true no document loan. Remember when stated income loans were available? They were the most popular mortgages available for self-employed, as well as for those borrowers that couldn't quite show enough income to qualify using regular underwriting guidelines. This new no doc loan is changing the way people get approved for a mortgage. Listen to this. No income, no problem. No tax returns, no problem. It doesn't take perfect credit to qualify either. If you have a good down payment and decent credit, you need to call now. These mortgages are being approved for primary residence as well as a second home. We are doing it the old-fashioned way. We use common sense underwriting to approve what other banks walk away from. Call 602-509-3000 to talk with a real person that can get you answers in hours, not days. That's 602-509-3000. Make the call. You will be glad you did. Desert Equity Lending. Desert Equity Lending, MB 0906989, NMLS 1733369. Conditions and restrictions apply.
There's a right way and a wrong way to fight off mosquitoes. Karate chopping the air in a public place in front of your kids and their friends, Mom, is the wrong way. Using STEM mosquito repellent is the right way. STEM effectively repels mosquitoes by harnessing active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and peppermint, making it safe for use as directed around people and pets. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science, and embarrassment-free.
Your home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Thundar the Santa Barbarian texts in, says, well, I guess if any of the male members of the Fourth Dimension are going to know a mascara brush, probably going to be a guy named Rico Suave. That is not fair, Thundar the Santa Barbarian. Some of us have something called women in our lives. So, I don't know. Wait, my wife is walking by. Is this a mascara brush? Were you just messing with me? A spoolie? They call it a spoolie? I feel like she's insulting me in Italian now.
Spoolie
what's
brush.
up with you? Some kind of spoolie over here? You're a spoolie. Use the brush, spoolie. Oh my God. My wife is so harsh. I don't. Anyway, Boomer Sooner says, "Why do you say I'm the oldest? Let's arm wrestle."
I mean, even if you win, it'll just
Boomer. You're not the oldest. I was kidding, and I don't want to arm wrestle with you.
make you old and strong. What's wrong with that? I don't understand.
Blissful A says, Suns not having a point guard and no one can play defense. That might be a major problem.
Eric Gordon is a point guard. So
yeah, he's a
you
point
did say he's a
guard, and
guard,
wasn't he one of the outstanding defenders in the league?
I mean, he's pretty solid. He's a combo guard. And being able to play defense, I don't know that this team can't do that. I've seen Devin Booker play good defense. I've seen Kevin Durant play 3 positions defensively as a Golden State Warrior. So the idea that this team can't play defense, and Beal has played good defense in his career.
Yeah.
It didn't happen last year, but it has happened before in his career. So no, I don't think that the Suns can't play defense. But if everything goes to plan, I don't know if you can outscore them. I mean, this is a team that's going to score a boatload of points.
right.
And so good luck with that.
So the Tom says Suns are going to be very good, especially avoiding the poison pill that is one Doc Rivers. Fair enough, and I do agree with you on that, Tom. But let's go ahead and take a look at player by player. So Keon, Randy, I want you guys to give me scale of 1 to 10, 10 being great, 1 being not great, each one of these players. So let's take a look. Well, let's just start with one that we've had a chance to really look at, and that's Bradley Beal. What do you give Bradley Beal as a player coming in? Is he a 10? Is he an 8? Where would you put him there, Keon?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 8 because of the money. I mean, you have to really think about just
No. Stop. I got to stop you there.
Are we just
no?